Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Peter Barber. I'm primarily a professional opera singer, music producer, bass vocalist, and host of the podcast Vocal Arts with Peter Barber. Today I'm going to be listening to PEYTON PARRISH and Miracle of Sound. This will be, I think, the only time I've done any kind of reaction with PEYTON is, I believe he was in the Bass Singers TikTok Hoist the Colors that Bobby put out. Other than that, I really have not heard him much, and Miracle of Sound, I also have not heard much. I've only lately seen them pop up on, Instagram Reels because Valhalla Calling is going absolutely bananas. Pretty much everyone that's putting out little collaborations with that song is getting millions upon millions of views, which is wild. People are blowing up. So I figured I would pitch in as the analyst here and check this version out for the first time ever. Really listen to PEYTON and Miracle of Sound for the first time ever, and give my professional hot take as a professional singer and vocal analyst. So we're gonna do that. I'm very excited to do that. Guys, please do like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. It's a really great way to support me. Leave a comment for the algorithm. Super helpful. And if I'm bringing value to your musical world, your listening experience, which is my whole goal, my whole mission for this channel, please consider joining my Patreon for as little as $1 a month just to support me, and $3 a month where you start getting benefits like private access to my Discord server, and you get to interact with me one-on-one and all that good stuff, and much more. Without further ado, don't want to make this intro too long. Let's check it out. Miracle of Sound, Valhalla Calling, featuring PEYTON PARRISH. And I already like it. Okay, so we got some nice instrumentation down in that low B. Some nice brass. Got some more drums, got some more horns. This is gonna be bad ass. And also, both these guys just look like total MFing badass dudes. All right, let's hear the voices.
Ships on vigor of the waves of skimming, barren summits to the verdant plains. Each horizon is a new beginning, rise and rain.
God, that is tough, dude. T-U-F-F, tough. So this is something I am actively working on, is trying to work on how to put grit in my sound without taxing it too much, because opera is all about like pure vocal efficiency and volume and power and stamina. But god damn, come hell or high water, I'm gonna learn how to put grit in the sound and sing like this, because it's my absolute favorite kind of singing. It just gets me so jacked up.
Skimming barren summits to the verdant plains. Each horizon is a new beginning, rise and rain.
So this is just D4. Now what's cool about gritty singing like this is it generally tends to sound lower than it actually is, and that's because there's an engagement of the false vocal folds often, which vibrate at half the speed of the normal vocal folds. So it almost is like the sound of a mix of the tone one octave lower and the actual tone. And so it almost never sounds really high when someone's doing a gritty belt, because it has this low gravel kind of baked into the sound.
The waves of skimming, barren summits to the verdant plains. Each horizon is a new beginning, rise and rain.
And I think they are also doubling it an octave down very subtly and quietly in the background. So I think there is also a lower octave, but that does not take away what I said about the grit. If it's just a solo gritty voice, it still sounds like it has part of that lower octave in the sound.
Horizon is a new beginning, rise and rain. Far from the fjords and the ice-cold currents, raving soar
God.
new frontiers, songs and sagas of a painted German shields and spears.
What a cool voice. Holy shit. So same exact, just different text. This is strophic, meaning the melody and the musical aspects of the music repeats. Musical aspects of the music, absolutely brilliant. The melodies repeat, the notes repeat, all that, but the text changes. That's called strophic. So it's the same musical content as the first verse, but now Peyton is singing with different text. It's cool to hear their voices side by side because it's the same style of singing. It's the same kind of grit, but even so, even the same style of singing, just working on my grit. The same style of singing, same notes. There's still very distinct differences between their voices.
Far from the fjords and the ice-cold currents, brave and soar over new frontiers, songs and sagas of a painted German shields and spears.
I love that. I love the haircut and also the crazy eyes he's got going. It sounds like the first guy, Miracle of Sound, sounds like a naturally higher voice type, maybe a baritone, maybe a tenor. I actually don't know anything about his voice. Peyton sounds, his voice is huskier and darker and kind of meatier, which means he's probably naturally a lower voice. Given that he collaborated in that, I don't remember what he did in that song, but given that he collaborated in that Bass Singers of TikTok, Hoist the Colors, I don't think Bobby would have brought him on that cover unless he were a natural bass singer, like a Jonathan Young, who can sing this really high, gritty rock ballady stuff. But if you just hear him like speaking or hear him just singing in low chest voice, you're like, oh shit, that's very much a natural bass. I'm going to assume Peyton is also naturally a bass voice, and so it's giving his quality here a darker, huskier tone than the Miracle of Sound singer.
Because of a painted German shields and spears, vows of favor or the thrill of plunder, pulled together for the clan and kin, clank of hammers and the crash of thunder, pound within.
So now they're obviously in a duet here. We have a lower and higher harmony. Not sure who's on which. I don't know their voices well enough to tell just yet.
Shields and spears, vows of favor or the thrill of plunder, pulled together for the clan and kin, clank of hammers and the crash of thunder, pound within.
Can't tell.
The echoes of eternity.
So that's up to F sharp 4, which is especially for a natural bass voice, that is very high in chest voice, which the gritty singing still is. It's very much still a part of the chest voice register. It is not a lighter mechanism by any means. It's just chest voice with turbulence involved, false fold and true fold turbulence as well, most likely. Definitely a low B in there. It sounds like chest voice. It sounds like someone singing chest voice. I'm going to assume that's Peyton.
To pluck the strings of destiny. Valhalla calling me. Valhalla calling me.
Well, Jonathan Young would have been a great addition to this. So I've never played Assassin's Creed. I've heard it's phenomenal. And it's really cool to hear him singing this and to see the game footage happening behind as well. I believe Miracle of Sound was the original artist for Assassin's Creed, right? I don't think Peyton Parrish was. Was he? Leave a comment below. I'm actually not sure on the origin of this song. And I love the kind of hard rock / metal instrumentation we have. it certainly lends itself to what we think of as like the Viking vibe, right? Who knows what music they would listen to nowadays? It's just this all the time, 24/7.
Sails are swaying on the crimson rivers, blood and glory in the fighting fields. Shields are shatter into splintered timbers, iron and steel.
God, it's tough, dude. It's tough. Nothing different, really. I mean, the vocals were all. It's not like a song where most songs, I would say, when you have vocals that are leading to like a climax, the vocals start pretty intimate and kind of breathy, so it has a place to go. This song is like, no, I'm gonna punch you in the face with gritty rock vocals right from the start. So vocally, there's not really much difference here in the second verse. The differences are mostly from the instrumentation. Much heavier drums and just a much fuller kind of wall of sound feel.
Shatter into splintered timbers, iron and steel. Fires are rising and the bells are ringing. Glory, take us into Odin's halls. Golden glimmer and the sound of singing as gods fall. Oh, the echoes of eternity.
I do love the commitment here to this music video as well. It wouldn't look very good if he was just sitting, lip syncing, being super boring. It's much better. He's really absolutely getting into it. Full body. It is just unimaginable for me at this point, having spent my whole career working on vocal purity and efficiency and stamina, to imagine being able to sing like this, because it's just so different. So, like intentionally adding a bunch of grit and turbulence to the sound, intentionally making it less efficient. What's interesting, this kind of singing, it's not as loud as you'd think. Some of what humans perceive noise is non-periodic sound. Like doo, a periodic sound. If you put grit into the sound, that adds what's called noise. And noise, humans actually perceive as being louder. So this kind of singing sounds like the loudest possible kind of singing you could imagine, but it's actually not nearly as loud in an acoustic setting as an opera singer, for example, which is this much body and power behind the sound, but there's no noise whatsoever. It's just tone. And by a decibel reading, much louder. And you don't really get that unless you hear it in person live. You can't get it through recording. Similar to kind of like screamo stuff, the screamo style singing often is actually not very loud at all. It's mostly air. It's just noise. So in a recording setting, it's like it can sound really loud and intense. But in like an acoustic environment with no amplification, no audio engineering, not nearly as loud as not as loud as it is intense. So just want to flag that. So it's just a really interesting psychoacoustic thing. Give me that war horn. That was kind of it. That kind of singing, which I have been working on lately, like I told you. I just talk like Batman. Where's the trigger? Just to like engage the false vocal folds. I've actually been doing a lot of Joker and Batman impressions lately. I'm not going to do it now. It's going to scare people. They're quite convincing. But Peyton was just doing a little bit of that. Hardly any tone in there. Mostly just the kind of noise. Also, someone's Probably him singing that low B again.
Wind and the waves will carry me. Wind and the waves will set me free.
Oh.
Wind and the waves will carry me.
This is nice. We're getting a direct back-to-back between these voices. And again, you can hear the difference. It's hard to say which one's which when they're doing the duet. But when they're going back-to-back, it's very easy to tell who's who. Peyton has this darker, huskier sound.
Wind and the waves will set me free. Wind and the waves will carry me. Wind and the waves will set me free. The echoes of eternity. Valhalla calling me. To pluck the strings of destiny. Valhalla calling me. Valhalla calling me. Valhalla.
Ooh. Wait a second. So we got a long sustained F sharp there from Peyton. And then there was some screamo stuff happening in the background, maybe from Miracle of Sound. God, dude, that's so sick. It sounds like there was almost like throat bass or subs happening in addition to chest voice. Yep. I don't know. Very fucking cool, man. Wow, what an amazing pair of voices. Yeah, they deserve all the virality that's happening around this song right now. Absolutely amazing. Might have to try and snag Peyton for a Bass Gang collaboration. That would be pretty sick. So if you guys would want to hear that, leave a comment below. Otherwise, guys, please do like, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, if you have gained appreciation for these amazing singers. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. And please do consider joining my Patreon. The $1 tier is just purely support, or soon will be, and the $3 tier is where the benefits start. So that's private access to my Discord server, early access to everything I put out, and tons more benefits as you climb the tier ladder. But it is kind of the one place you can interact with me one-on-one. That's why a lot of people join. Otherwise, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Anything else you want me to react and analyze, please leave it below. Peace.